The political spectrum as we know it has completely changed. The days of socialism versus capitalism are gone. The spectrum is simple. It's freedom versus state control and authoritarianism. Bank of England, thanks to the Treasury and Rishi Sunak, are introducing a new digital currency. Probably we're calling it Bitcoin, as they've suggested. And this digital currency is different to your Bitcoins and cryptocurrencies because cryptocurrency is decentralized. This is centralized. So since the days of getting rid of the gold standard, where the West shot themselves in the foot, and with the fiat money that we created, central banking become even more centralized, this is reaching a new level. And if you wonder why, this is going to be a big problem. And it's going to be a good thing for the state and governments because state control will be massively increased. Ask Tom Mutton, who is a director at the Bank of England, the fintech division. He came out to tell us the benefits of having a centralized digital currency. Benefits to the government. He says, there could be some socially beneficial outcomes from that, preventing activity which is seen to be socially harmful in some way. You know what that means? That means the state and the establishment will have the power and the flexibility to tell you what you can spend your money on and what you can't do. So you can, for example, when in Wales, Mark Drakeford banned books and toys for kids during lockdown because they were not essential items. So you could only spend money, and if they had it now, they could spend money on just essential items, milk and eggs and bread. That's how they can control the public and the crowd. This is going to get worse and worse unless we fight back against it. Sandra Rowe, who's the CEO of a global blockchain business council, has also come out in defense and in support of this idea. Of course, all the financial establishment types are going to be supporting this, saying you could think of giving your children pocket money, but programming the money so that it couldn't be used for sweets. She's openly saying it. They're treating us like kids. There is a whole range of things that money could do, programmable money, which we cannot do with the current technology. Now, there is the current row that we now have is that central banks and Bank of England are saying, well, they don't want to take the blame, so they have now put this on the government ministers, Rishi Sunak and the other ministers, to decide whether this digital currency will be able to be programmable or not. And that is the next battle. Because this, luckily, if it's coming towards the ministers, that's about democracy. I know we don't really have full democracy, but if we put pressure as people, have some sort of campaign, and the next election to make sure that we are voting against this. So governments need to feel the pressure. MPs need to feel the pressure that the public is against it. That we need to do some, obviously, raise awareness and have a propaganda because a lot of people still don't really know about this concept anyway. But if you have this at the responsibility of MPs and ministers, then we still have a bit of a chance to fight back. Because if it was completely down to these guys, we have no say, absolutely no say. So I know that it's quite difficult because most of the time, even your so-called elected politicians, they still have more power, and our voice is not being heard. But there is still a bit of a chance. So let's not lose hope. Let's all together start some sort of movement. And I'm talking to some other people as well about this issue, some influential people, to see what we can do. Because this decision is going to be made soon. And we have to make sure that this digital currency is not completely centralized because this is part of the agenda. State control and authoritarianism. Thanks again for watching. I'm Tousi and we are the media.